fiery embrace kingdoms, unite in Christ, plagues of Egypt.
Following the death of Jesus, the disciples have disclosed the doctrine in various regions. In doing so, they were put in contact with the various cults that we have here vaguely and slightly exposed. Throughout human history, this knowledge has been disclosed in a formal manner. Everyone was free to take a leap of faith or to oppose it. Of course, these non-obvious constraints lead everyone to avoidance. Since our God is merciful, and He knows our limits, He has left us quite free. A full civilization as a result of generation ends up making proves the viability of the initial advices. But we are now at a time when human knowledge can confirm these original advices, and here is the summary detail.
Carbon cycle.
Photosynthesis is necessary for animal life. The animal consumes what plants synthesize through sunlight. By consuming the raw material of plants, animals release carbon dioxide. Photosynthesis of plant foliage fuses it again into sugars, proteins, oils, wood, oxygen, etc. Of course, the stomach of carnivores may do without plants, but they must depend on prey whose diet is plant-based. But, we will all suffocate without the massive photosynthesis of oxygen by the leaves of plants. Our all-powerful animosity, to us animals, have for source solar energy. This generosity is reflected in all our breaths and shortness of breath. Without plants and their victims, the carnivores do not exist. But more than that. Because they are at the end of the food chain, the animals could all disappear, but the plants would survive. As a result, carnivores will disappear before plant-feeding animals. The economy of the current industrial era is based on the combustion of fossil fuels. Our fuels are also subsequent to the work of prehistoric plant photosynthesis. Without oil there would be no planes, no trucks, no industries, no factories, etc. We could produce cement or asphalt without oil. There would be no jobs for 4 or 10 billion people. In the information age, electronic, robotic and computer gadgets are flooding demand. Technology is a new idol. It proceeds mainly by vanity. These small innovations simplify life in some respects, but complicate it for many others. The eternal flocks of birds have given way to fireworks and supersonic turbines. The lush fish shoals fled the outboards, for the better of the exhibition of nautical acrobatics. The landscape was concreted and then made up of neon and advertising posters. We come to prefer the company of metal and plastic. Human, animal or plant organic matter is less interesting. By making machines and toys live, more than, living people, it is the law of love that we oppose. Thus, it is to give power to our own will at the expense of that of other living beings that we value these perfectly obedient objects. In this regard, vanity directly becomes a form of imposing oppression through the laws of supply and demand. But the laws of photosynthesis dominate, and minimizing the capture of cellular solar energy, due to our love of nothingness, acts consistently and reciprocally on the increased rigor of barbarism.